Shaq, did you see the new Superman trailer? I think this is like the official, the last updated trailer we will get until it comes out. The alarm's telling us until it comes out July 11th. I think that the sound of the alarm is a good thing, because I think you and I are both blown away by the trailer. Somebody just walked by. It's like, what, you've never seen anybody have a conversation with the big guy over here? You know, when it comes to Superman, Shaq is a huge fan. I am too. When I was a kid, Shaq had a Superman tattoo on his arm. I did too, not too long after. Kind of gave me the idea. Welcome to today's video. As of recording of this Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, the day we saw the official teaser, the official trailer for Superman, the Superman Legacy, coming out July 11th. The trailer was so good that I turned in a PTO day for the 11th. Just saw an NBA Jam at Game Together for $250. I was thinking about that today, going, you know, the next time we come here, and it was kind of a spur of the moment coming to this Best Buy. But I just thought, you know what, this would be kind of fun to open up, talk to Shaq about Superman, because he was Steel. You know, he portrayed a Superman in the 90s. $250 for this cab is not it's not a bad deal if you think about it. If that Mortal Kombat, the MK30th, if they decide to sell that, I will definitely be interested in picking something up, because I love that cab. This has been powering off for hours probably. Yeah, NBA Jam, Shaq, Superman, all on the same day, and Switch 2 news. Yeah, a lot of Switch 2 news, a little bit. You know, we kind of staying away from it for a couple of days. Got a little update on something you might be interested in, and there was one thing else. Oh yeah, is it true? Is Xbox dead? Because they've been saying the same thing about Arcade One Up for a while now, and yeah, I just got this email yesterday. Classic SE is here. Grab yours for $2.99. So, you know, still pumping out the emails from Arcade One Up. We all know about these cabinets. You know, a lot of us have spotted these, or some of these at Walmart. They're pushing these for $300, and of course that riser saying, you know, make it the best experience. Like we have no idea about the riser. Like we've never seen these before. But yeah, they said Arcade One Up was dead at one point. They're still thriving, and going back to Xbox, yeah, they're not dead. They're not going anywhere. And also a huge deal at GameStop. So we'll stop at GameStop. I haven't got a coffee yet, but I wanted to do the intro here because I wanted to stop by Shaq. But while we're here, I just think this is as good a place as ever to just talk about Superman quick. I took some screenshots from the trailer, from some images, and not sure if this has been discussed, but they have really improved the look of Superman's costume, and as far as David Corn's sweat, I'm never gonna get his name right. It doesn't feel natural saying it. I'm so used to saying Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve. He is like Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve-esque here, so very excited about this. A couple of shots from the trailer. This looks great, guys. And I just want to point out something, that they tightened the suit. First images that we saw, not the last teaser, but was it the one before Crypto? He looked very baggy. Like images we saw, the suit looked very baggy. Now there is a lot of, in the beginning, with Clark being interviewed by Lois, so she obviously knows his secret identity. But I mean, is that Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve-esque right here? The casting's phenomenal, and you can just see the improvements with the suit. The blue just really stands out. I don't know, guys. Here's one of the first images we saw. Look at how baggy that is. Look at the shoulders. They have modified this, so that I wanted to add this because, you know, this is not, you know, it's not going to be baggy. It's going to be more tight. You have Ultraman. Fortress, which we saw the last preview, but Crypto is just stealing the show. He is by far my favorite character in this movie. You get a little bit of Superman 2, a little bit of Superman Returns with Lex Luthor at the fortress, the engineer going at it with Crypto, and the best part is the strength that Crypto has. I mean, obviously left a huge gouge. Mr. Terrific. We're really gonna dislike this guy. It's gonna be great. You can just tell that this is a perfect Lex Luthor. Now, Metamorpho in this prison, this is kind of shows a little bit of an alliance that they probably form, and then of course we have Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. I'm sure they all team up. I'm sure Superman will need all the help he can get by the time this movie's over, but I was blown away with this trailer. I think the beauty of this is we have not seen Superman full potential. We haven't seen how powerful he is yet. He takes on this massive like monster downtown. But as I've stated since Sunday that, you know, this Marvel character, Sentry, spelled with an S, it's a grocery store in Wisconsin called Sentry. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying that. This superhero, if Sentry is like a superhero, there's no way he can hang with Superman. And I'm hoping in this movie, because I mean they can't show it. I mean, Superman could just end it just like that. He could just wipe everybody out. Movie's over. You know, what do we do for the rest? You know, the 2.5 hours. I'm sure they'll kind of space this out a little bit, but right there, the alarm, that's telling us we haven't seen Superman's true potential. And I think by the end of this movie, I mean, look how powerful Crypto is. Superman is going to be it's going to be a force to reckon with. Okay, while the alarm is still going, I feel like that was a Nicki Minaj song, like sound the alarm or pound the alarm. We don't want to pound the alarm in the morning, you know, when we wake up. This is the new Spider-Man. So showing up at Best Buy, the new McFarlane statue. Here was the previous one, and the new one. I like it. What's the back look like? Oh, that is cool. They moved some things around. This is like the longest the alarms ever went off for. I was hoping that the Max Flesher was still here. I thought, you know what, we'll open up with Shaq. We'll see if Superman's here. There is a new. Is this a chase? Speaking of steel, it's the Hal Jordan armor suit. So, you know, very similar to when Shaq did. Call it, you know, I've heard some nasty phrases about that movie, but you know, just consider it was like 96 when it was made. Steel. But yeah, he had the hammer. But yeah, that was it's kind of funny. Reminds me of the Shaq. But yeah, the Reign of Superman. So this is another new McFarlane. Best Buy is just like killing it here with everything. And then you got Spider-Man. Then not to mention all this other new stuff here. So yeah, that's a good way to open up the video. I can't leave Guy Gardner out. He's in the movie. There's a comic that I have, probably from 1990. Superman's kind of in a suit like this, coming through a brick wall. It's an Action Comics, and it kind of reminds me of it a little bit. You know, just that alone kind of makes me want to pick this up, but I'm gonna resist. Yeah, pretty cool. I wonder if GameStop will be getting these. There is a Superpower David Cornsweet Superman from the movie, and there's gonna be a multiverse. So I see either one of those. I'm all over it. Kind of hoping that GameStop will have the superpower. So we'll see. I'm still gonna save my reward for the Power Ranger Reader's Rewind, coming out in what, about 2 more weeks. Yeah, if I come across anything, I'll just pick it up. And it will be light on Nintendo. I won't drag this on, but just a cool deal you might not know about, and it's gonna be pretty hard coming across the GameCube controller. All right, now we're gonna get the coffee. I didn't want to get Starbucks. I didn't want to get anything else other than Dunkin'. So yeah, we did the intro before the coffee. Now we'll get the coffee, and yeah, maybe we'll go out here and I don't know, do another intro. It'll be a short one. And a large hot black coffee achieved. Gentlemen made a fresh one. We got the Krispy Kreme yesterday. Now the coffee was good, but it wasn't hot. So today, Dunkin' is always a good coffee, and it's hot. I'll just go over here by the cart. Not really sure what's going on here, but it's like a St. Vincent de Paul bag. Just a random cart right over here in front of Dunkin'. Telling the gentleman about my experience at Krispy Kreme yesterday. I said, you know, it took a while to get, you know, I did that mobile order. It took a while to get the donuts, which I was wrong about. So you have until June 1st. I thought today, I was reading it wrong. Currently, you know, you can get a free glazed donut if you have the rewards, which I signed up for. Last thing I needed was a fourth donut. I ate all three. But the coffee wasn't hot, it was good. I was just kind of telling them about the story. I'm usually a Dunkin' guy, but you know, once in a while, we'll stop at Krispy Kreme as long as they're open. Kind of running into, you know, a little bit of an issue with that, but we'll see how it goes the next time they're offering something. We're gonna head over to GameStop, talk something good news about the Pro controller for Switch. And there's a great deal going on at GameStop. This coffee is so hot. It's burning my hand. Also, yesterday was like the official day that if you weren't signed up to get notified from Nintendo, you could order or have a chance to order the GameCube controller. I kind of forgot about it. I was so focused on the Pac-Man donuts that when I got home, a little after, you know, about around this time, about 5:30, it was too late. It was already sold out. So it's gonna be hard coming across this. I wonder when the next release will be. If there'll be GameCube controllers on launch day, or if there's gonna be a completely new wave. So I'll have to figure that one out. 3 huge storage containers right in front of GameStop. Wouldn't it be awesome if this was Switch 2? Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine, like, they're prepping? You know, they said they were stateside. I mean, I know it's kind of ridiculous, but just imagine if there was a bunch of new stuff in here and it was like GameStop exclusive, and maybe like distributing between, I know I'm just being goofy, all the GameStops, but like this one being like the main hub in the greater Milwaukee area. I don't know why it would, but let's just say it is. And this was their storage, all Switch 2. I just wanted to see if the David Corn Sweat Superman was here yet. It's not, as far as the superpowers, and the multiverse. Maybe it's June, maybe it's July when those come out, but I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it when I'm stopping at GameStop, because it could just show up here, and that's something that I will definitely pick up. I'd prefer to just get the superpowers. It's $10. And I think out of all, you know, my whole rule with superpowers, I haven't opened any. I might actually open that one. I don't know why, but that's like the one case where Metamorpho, where I'd take them out. You know, I just confirmed with the gentleman here that if you trade in any game, 50% extra trading credit. And I said, can it be anything? As long as you got this email, trade in a game. So if I got $8, it'd be $12. It'd be store credit, but there is that deal going on through the 24th. So if there's any games you want to trade in, now's the time. I mean, literally 10 days as of recording of this. I don't know if I've ever seen the Justice League back cowl. So this is the Ben Affleck 2017. I don't know about that. And maybe it's just it's a GameStop thing where this wouldn't have been at like Target, but yeah, I just looked down. That's pretty cool. Does it have the sunglasses on there? Okay, it'd be cool if they would have had that like feature on there, but gosh, I don't know. Ben Affleck, I would love Ben Affleck to be Batman again. And also a sale 4 for $40. We saw this a few months ago. 4 for $10. All pre-owned games under $5, 4 for $10. Look at that. And and then 4 for $40 games under $20. So if you can, go on a little hunt here and find, the right games, you could really make out, along with the trading in, getting an extra 50% store credit, 40% extra trade credit on any video game traded towards a new Nintendo Switch 2, video games and accessories. So there's that going on too. In Carmen, San Diego for PlayStation 5. I've been seeing a lot of so it's out. I saw that, that kind of a display demo for the Switch. You can actually pick this up for PlayStation 5 right now. Might not be out for the Switch along with a certain controller. We may never see it out. I don't know if they're gonna restock it, but if you were fortunate to pick up the GameCube controller yesterday, or leading up to it, I think the 8th through the 12th, and then all day on the 13th. I'm not sure when it's gonna be available again, but I heard it was pretty tough waiting and getting lucky enough to get one. Nintendo Switch 2 fans having trouble buying a GameCube controller. Look at this, we don't want to see a sad face Mario. Likely that the Switch 2 GameCube controllers will sell out fast, and indeed they did. For a little recap, what we were saying, started the 8th, went through the 12th, and then you have the 13th to order at $64.99. It was through Nintendo's eStore. There was no other place to pick up the GameCube controller to pre-order for it. And if you were trying to get it, now again, I started too late. Like there's no excuse. Like I'm not upset at Nintendo that I waited till like 5:30 to, oh yeah, that's right, it's the 13th to try. But if you were ready earlier in the day, Nintendo fans put in a waiting room while trying to buy Switch 2 GameCube controllers. So it sounds like it's pretty frustrating. Fortunately, it appears that the vast majority of people that want a GameCube controller for Switch 2 are currently out of luck. For reference, I have personally been stuck in a waiting room for about 40 minutes. So yeah, at that point, you're kind of like, but you're in a line at an amusement park and it's not moving. 40 minutes later, you're kind of like, okay, we're leaving. So it did sell out, and we're gonna have to wait for a restock down the line, similar to the N64 controllers for Switch 1 restock. And I've never even seen one of those, so not a good sign that if we miss out on a possible restock, probably never really actually get a GameCube controller. I mean, we don't need one, but just if you have that nostalgia for it, this is going to be very hard to get one. But there is a controller. Here's the good news. I wanted to start with that. Always get the bad news. Give the bad news and then come back with some good news. There's a deal. If you want to get a Switch 2 Pro controller. Now, I never pre-ordered this one, and I don't need to. I do have a Pro controller for my Switch. But this is a deal, and I feel, and I've said this before, that on launch day, Costco would be a good place to go to have a chance to come up with a Switch 2. It's also going to be the place to go to buy your Pro controller. If you're a Costco member, you could save nearly 20% on a Switch 2 Pro controller. Like Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. You could save 20% at Costco. Multiple shoppers have spotted a listing of upcoming Switch 2 Pro controllers with nearly 20% lower asking price than the rest of the retailers and other e-commerce platforms. This is not an official price cut, but rather an exclusive discount for customers with the Costco membership. Wario64 posting on X, Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller will be $69.99 at Costco, releasing June 5th. We're going to Costco June 5th. I wonder if they open standard time. $69.99. If I would have pre-ordered anywhere else, GameStop, Target, Best Buy, $79.99 to $84.99. Look at that, $69.99, and there's actually a chance that I'll be able to leave with it that day. So ask all your friends, ask around to find someone with a Costco membership and get there June 5th, so you don't have to pay $84.99, like a week later. I saw this when I walked in. It's still here, and just to kind of finish up, I can't wait for that movie. It's so exciting to see like a real Superman movie. We haven't. I don't think we've seen this since Chris Reeve. And I'm still chipping away at my earning $20 reward. Not a ton of money, but it's something. So I need to do 2 more qualifying purchases of 50 or more. I do need to pick up a couple of things. I didn't get as much as I usually would when I was grocery shopping, anticipating that I would come back a few days later. Today's Wednesday, and yeah, we'll pick up some more stuff, spend 50 bucks, and get one step closer. Actually warming up. That last night when I got home, I turned on the AC and I left it on. I mean, it's just with the sun beating down, 74. I know I saw a comment from Julio earlier today that it was gonna be about 110 degrees near El Paso. That's hot. I mean, 74, some people would say, it's perfect weather. It's just when that sun is out, it is hot. So yeah, the AC has already been turned on in May. Look at that Space Jam. That is cool. That is back in Warner Brothers heyday, I remember seeing Space Jam at a mall in Scottsdale, Arizona, near Thanksgiving time. Charles Barkley had been traded to the Houston Rockets. So I was a huge Suns fan, and my aunt and uncle had a second house in the Phoenix area, dropped me off at that mall, and I was there for a few hours, and I decided to go see Space Jam. I think it was at AMC 20. Xbox isn't dead. Neither's Arcade One Up. They should have just brought more of these. I don't know why they took a step back. They would have just kept this design and just kept like rehashing it, going through different skins. I think we would have been okay with it. It's crazy the things that I have a little bit of control, and then look at Two-Face, still hard to find. You see one thing and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. What is this now? Oh, they have Hour Man. It's like Black Adam. I'm thinking Hour Man from Justice Society. Yeah, it's Black Adam. That's Hour Man. Not really putting the two together. It's the Justice Lord Batman and Nightmaster. Oh, so this is the chase for Nightmaster. Must be a chase for Hour Man then. I got a little bit of shopping to do. See you guys next time. I never had a Power Wheel. How happy he is. I saw these on my Circle app, and I wasn't sure exactly where they'd be. They're over by the like the supplements. It's tempting though. Like, I just saw a dog toy that had the firecracker looking popsicle. It's 15 bucks. Fast hydration. How many? I've never really been a fan. 10 sticks. I don't know. It's like, can we just drink water? If I really need to like mix something, I'm not drinking enough water, so now I'm just gonna add this. Kind of con myself to do it, but this is right here. That is like pure advertisement. Like this is a nostalgia grabber for me. I don't know. I'm gonna wait on it, but just wanted to point it out. I was cutting it close. I actually came up here going, I don't know if I have enough. Like, I was kind of adding. Just want to point out, Superman is the most powerful superhero. All right, 3 down, 1 to go. Look at that hat, $5. Can't wait for that movie. Superman is the best. Super Fox agrees. We're gonna start this rumor out right now. Switch 2 are already here at GameStop.